Hi, I'm Julie, and this is Renee Perkins, owner of the Funky Frog in downtown Rochester, which is a children's boutique resale shop. And hopefully, if time allows, Renee, we're going to get through consignment and how easy the process is. We're going to go through the shopping experience and how wonderful it is here to shop. And also, we will get to the community and how much you give back. And so before we even start that, though, Renee, let's talk about you. And how did you go from a stay-home mom to an owner of a resale boutique here in Rochester?
Well, Julie, I was staying home with my 2 adopted children, and I was getting antsy. I didn't like to stay home that much, and so I decided to go to work for a family member who had just recently purchased the store. And over time, within a year or so, that person left the store, and I worked for the next owner, and then I decided to buy it myself just before around the time of the recession. And I thought this would be a good way to be able to work and bring my kids to work. It was flexibility with timing and their hours and getting them to activities and still be able to be family friendly. So it was a good way to blend the two, and it gave me a nice balance between family and work.
And here you are. How many years later is
This
this?
will be my 10th year. 2019 will be 10th year anniversary.
Wow, and I've been through all of it with you.
Yes, you've been there the whole time.
Lucky me.
Yes, yes.
So let's talk about, first, you know what, curious. Where did the Funky Frog name come from?
Funky Frog Children's Resale Boutique was an adopted name to me. It came with the business when I bought it, and it was because the first owner, the family member that I knew, her kids had a tree frog. So the one that you see on the Rainforest Cafe and all the fun, funky red eyes and all that. And so they named it the Funky Frog, and started collecting all the frogs that we keep in the store and use as decorations. And then when I bought the store, although wasn't a huge fan of frogs at the time, I don't own a frog, and it's not my favorite animal, but I decided to just keep the name because of the recognition that the community had for it.
Awesome. Good information to know. I always wondered, never
Yeah,
asked.
it doesn't really relate 100% about, a lot of the names for resale boutiques and resale stores have to do with recycling or twice around or, all those kind of things. So our name, excuse that. So our name tends to have need that tagline that says Children's Resale Boutique to keep it.
Sure. Well, who doesn't know the Funky Frog?
Yeah, in Rochester you should, right?
You absolutely do, for sure.
Yeah.
So let's talk about, and I know how easy the process is because I bring lots and lots of clothes to the Funky Frog, and how easy the scheduling is and how easy really the whole process is here at the Funky Frog.
Yes, we're a very popular place to drop off at, and so we've gone to an electronic scheduler many years ago. It makes it easy for the consigners to just go to our webpage or our Facebook page and visit the link that takes you to an online scheduler that you can use 24 hours of the day. And with that, you book your appointment for a quantity of items. We take 1 to 30, 1 to 60, or 1 to 90 pieces in a visit. And when you come in on your appointment day, we go through your items in about 5 or 10 minutes, take what we think will sell, and send you on your way with a date to call us back. We keep your items for 60 days, and you make 40% of the selling price over that 60 days. It's free to be a consigner. We don't charge a setup fee or an annual fee to our consigners, and then at the end of the 60 days, you get your unsold items back, or you can choose to donate them, and we take those to local charities here in Rochester. You can be done with them and not have to make another trip to Salvation Army or wherever you want, or you can have them and take them to wherever you want, give them to family, take them to your church. Either way, it doesn't matter, we'll pull them for you, and then you get your money at the end of the 60 days. If you want to shop with your money, you can use the money in-store as in-store credit. It does go a bit further, so it's like a 50% in-store credit or 40% cashing out.
Excellent. It's such an easy process. It really is.
It works really well.
Yes.
But book ahead. Book early.
Yeah, I can attest to that.
It does get filled very quickly.
It does. It absolutely does. And let's talk about the shopping experience here. How would you describe the people that come in and the atmosphere as you're shopping?
Well, we like to keep it a bit high, a little higher scale. So we like to call it a boutique experience as opposed to the Salvation Army or garage sale or flea market experience. We will have it's very organized. I'm a very organized person, as I have to be handling thousands of things every week.
Absolutely.
And so we have it divided by girl and boy. We have it colorized within the sizes, everything's sized. We do change our displays frequently, our window displays, So there's always something. We get about 200 to 300 things a day. So there's always something new on the floor. So the first thing I would say is that it's a new store almost every time, almost every week. If you came in, it would be different for your experience. It's friendly, it's bright and cheery and funky with all the kind of decorations we have. It's easy. It's an easy experience. We have a parking deck right behind us, so you can come in the rear door right from the west parking deck where they have 1 hour free parking. So if you're going to stay, you can be free parking and easy access. You can come in, and it is just casual. We just say hi. If you need something, ask. If you have your kids, we have a play area so kids can come and just play and hang out while you shop. Or we have people that literally come here kind of as a play date, and then they end up hanging out, and then they'll go to the park or do whatever. But they meet here. They start here because they know the kids are going to enjoy themselves. We have a lot of people that do just, the kids are like, if we come through town, they'll say, the kids make me stop if we come walking through town. We have to come in and see what's new.
I love that.
So the kids are shoppers. We have grandparents and aunts and dads, and everyone stops in just to see. We have a really active Facebook page, so I really recommend, if you want to get to know us, join us there. You'll see it's not just sell, sell, sell. We do a lot of what's happening in town. We do a lot of fun, just stupid, silly things that everyone does on Facebook. But we will tell you what's happening, new arrivals. We do a Tuesday morning at 9:30 before we open. I show you all the new high-end things that have arrived. So it's really a fun selling experience. You can sit with your coffee and your PJs at home and hold things that you want to see in person and come in and check them out. But you get first dibs on things that just arrived in the last 3-4 days. So coming in here, I love it here. It's friendly, it's happy, people enjoy it. We don't have a lot of drama. It's just a nice place to pass through when you're uptown.
Awesome. Excellent. All right, so community and what you give. I'm just going to hit that because it's so much. It's constant what you're doing.
You can't help but not love Rochester. I have loved Rochester since I moved here, and with 10 years in the store, and a few years before that working in the Rochester area with the store prior to owning it, as well as just I live just 5 minutes away or so. So we're down here all the time as a family, and I think Rochester has so much to offer in general, so it's nice to be able to plug into all their fun activities, be part of things like Fire Nice sculptures, having a sculpture and being part of that. The deck art is coming up pretty soon here, where the people make all those decks with skateboard art, and we host a lot of children, so if your kids are doing it, it's probably in my store. But it's neat to be able to join in and be part of that. Sidewalk sales are huge. I mean, it's a 50-plus year tradition, and we always have a lot of fun stuff out there, as well as our neighbors with their things. And then I like to do a lot of giving back. I mean, a lot of people helped me along my way, and as a female business owner, a small business owner, I feel like it's important to support other people, so we do a lot of in-store events. People approach me that they're selling or crafting or starting a small business and they want to feature it. We've had people come in and do small demo classes to help their enrollment and get their name out and get to meet new clients. We've had people bring their craft things or their new small business like Tupperware or Wildflowers or Pampered Chef or whatever, and set up in the store for a Saturday and just get exposure, make new contacts, sell things. But I like helping them. It doesn't cost anything to me to open up my store and have an open house with them, and they bring in their customers that they know, and I bring my customers, and together we help each other. In addition to that, I like to just join initiatives that hit my heart. I mean, I was the first business in Rochester to host the organic raised bed gardens for Raising Rochester. You've probably seen them all over town. They've been at schools and churches and the farmers market. And for the first few years, we were raising vegetables for neighborhood houses, food pantry.
Awesome.
And then they would also be selling some of that so that they could keep the program going at the farmers market.
Love it.
So we still have the flower beds. I mean, they're now probably going to be turned to flower beds. I am working
Soon.
with them. They're getting aged, and their dirt needs a lot of rehabilitation. But anyway, we're going to keep the flower beds. They really enhance the back entranceway to have something nice instead of a big concrete doorway. We had the growing. And we'll do some of the vegetables still, and maybe some flowers as the beds need to be rehabilitated.
Maybe we can call out for some help.
Yeah, we need a construction person.
Yes.
But in addition, we do year-round. We take diapers. That started with the Detroit Diaper Bank about 5 or 6 years ago. The diaper bank asked us to be a drop point for the northern Oakland area to drop off diapers, whether they're open packs, new packs, adult diapers, children's diapers, any kind of diaper, any size, any quantity. And when the diaper bank closed, they said, you guys, all your nonprofits do your own thing. It's just easy. You just need to work with other people to gather them. We decided to continue to take them. I think we've captured about over 30,000 diapers in the last 5 to 6 years.
Incredible.
Yeah, and it's just because we're a perfect match for that. The parents here are potty training. They have diapers that they're in the middle of.
Right.
They didn't like what they got. They got too much. They're on
Right.
a subscription, and they kept coming, and I don't
They
need
bought
that
the
size.
Costco pack.
And they're done. Somebody's successful potty trained, and we want to get rid of our extras. We don't want to throw them away. And they're bulky, and so people want them out of their house.
Sure.
So we take them and we give them to Rochester Outreach and Charity for Kids, which is called Rocket. I sit on the board of that, and they hand them out to families in need in this area, and there are families in need.
Yes.
The Older Persons Commission, I take the adult incontinent products to them. We've had a lot of people bring, grandmothers, grandfathers, daughters, and such bring. Grandma or grandpa passes away, husband had a surgery, wife,
Sure.
whatever. There's incontinent products in your house that were temporary or you no longer need, and so they're a waste if they aren't given to somebody. And the Older Persons Commission will give them to our seniors in this area that might have a little need of, money's tight,
Sure.
and diapers and incontinent products are expensive, and they're not covered by our insurance.
It adds
So
up.
it's really important. I went through that during the recession when you're on a little assistance and the assistant doesn't help you cover the cost for your diapers. You make compromises with your child's health and your own health if you're an elderly
Sure.
person. So that was really important to continue. So I do that all the time. You can drop by 1 diaper, 10 diapers, 20 boxes, whatever you have. We'll get them to somebody who can use them. We collect crayons. So when you have that restaurant crayon that you get, crayons, and they're in the bottom of your purse, or in the bottom of your diaper bag,
Sure.
whatever, rolling around in the car.
Collecting.
Yeah, and you have that end of school, and the box comes home, and there's all these broken crayons or half crayons. We take new crayons. If you're at the store and you see a buy one, get one, and you don't know what to do with them, we take crayons year round. We have a bucket at the back of the store, and every few months I'll get 2 or 3 grocery bags worth of crayons, really heavy, and I take them we've taken them to Hamlin, to Brewster, to the elementary schools nearby, because they always need them, and the teachers can then just take whatever they need whenever
Sure.
they need them.
So appreciative.
So yeah, it works out nice. We help anybody who comes to us. We have Neighborhood House collecting change on our counter. We have an Animal Rescue League collecting change. So we have a lot of people just give their spare change. We have done shoe drives, book drives, clothes drives, coat drives, prom dress drives, everything like that. But I just believe in, since I don't have deep pockets, I can give my time, I can give my location. I said I volunteer for Rochester Outreach and Charity for Kids. I'm their secretary since like 4 or 5 years now. And you can give your time. I spent 1 hour, 1.5 hours last night at a board meeting making
Thank you
decisions.
have time. And here you are.
Yeah, and and it's nice to be able to give your time, your thoughts, your connections. Everyone has networks and ability to find people to connect them together and find help. Somebody can help someone else, and it doesn't always have to be writing a check. It can be cleaning out your house. It can be giving your time. It can be spending, weeding my garden, picking some stuff, driving it here or there.
Endless.
There's a lot of opportunities to help, and the community is one that you want to give back to because it's being well maintained. You don't want to see that go away. You want to help your neighbors, and you want to make it a better place to live.
Absolutely. Seriously, your story is beautiful, Renee.
Oh, thanks.
And all that you do is beautiful, and how lucky are we to have you here in Rochester. I have goosebumps. So come into the Funky Frog and get the shopping experience, bring your consignment things, and learn more about the community and what you can do. So it's been a pleasure, truly.
Thank you.
So
Thank you for having me.
thank you for your time. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Toodaloo.